Okay. And we are live. We are live, not our. I always got those mixed up in school. That's why I was punished constantly. But we are live for episode 17 of the Jimnasium. Me, Jim, your host, your lovely host. Next to me is my lovely co-host, Chase, Lupine Fiasco Sesums, and for the beginning part of the podcast, we have none other than garage lawyer and NBA expert Scotty Law to help us cover these NBA finals. How you doing, boys? How we living? How was your fourth?
Well.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. If you keep track of Better Than Vegas, I kind of did the damn thing last week.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm drinking Sam Summers in celebration.
You were on a tear this whole week, especially like the tail end of it, just going ham.
I told everyone on Sunday morning that I wasn't just out to win it. I was out to set records, and god damn it, that's what I did.
Hey, you had like the highest unit total on the site, like, right?
Yeah, call me Randy Johnson. I am the big unit right now.
Love it.
Amazing. So before we dive into the whole NBA Finals, that's what we're going to be covering first off. I do have to mention that the Jimnasium is sponsored by Manscaped. That's right, folks. We're partnering up with Manscaped. You can be hairy on your head. You can be hairy on your chest here, but you don't want to be hairy down where the sun don't shine. There's a reason it doesn't shine there. It's because no one is supposed to look at any hair there. That's the reason. And for that reason, to help you out, the Jimnasium and the Garage in general has partnered up with Manscaped. Just go to their website, use promo code XFL for 20% off. And
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. We're gonna give you the Lawnmower 4.0. We're gonna give you great hair trimming products for your nether regions. And it's all thanks to Manscaped. Promo code XFL for 20% off and free shipping. Go get you some, folks.
Probably get some cool lotions too.
I did a little bit of a search through the cart and everything. They got some lotions. They have some really nice looking towels. I think if you're into, I know some people when you go to the barber or whatnot, you have heated towels for your neck and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend. I'm just gonna say I recommend.
I'll tell you what. After you use the Lawnmower 4.0, the crop preserver lotion is pretty good. Right on the old D&Bs, right out of the shower.
It's perfect. It's a great thing. So let's jump right into it. Let's go NBA Finals. Let's first. What do we think of the playoffs? I know I brought you on to like dissect the whole NBA playoffs and how that was going to be. Didn't quite turn out how we anticipated it.
Yeah, no, it was. I got to say, this was an exciting playoffs. So many things happened that no one expected. I never would have, in a trillion years, imagined the Hawks making the Eastern Conference Finals and really taking it to the Bucks. I mean, they were not all that far off.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little bit of help getting them there, I think. But, all in all, that was probably my biggest shocker. But, man, what a playoffs it's been so far.
It's been an insane level of playoffs. To me, I've seen some people like act disappointed that it's quote unquote smaller market teams in the playoffs. But in my opinion, the Suns were like the most entertaining team to watch out of the West. They were every game they had was super fun. Yeah,
they've been a blast to watch. They beat my Nuggets, but I can't be too upset about it. The Suns have just been what a story. They won 9-10 games in a row.
All right.
Took Paul George putting up 40 on them to break the win streak. And
it seems like this playoffs, like it didn't. It's not so much who's going to win. It's more of like World War I, like trench warfare. It's just like who's going to die more slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
For 100%. These injuries have been absolutely crazy. When is the season supposed to start back up? Like, how long of a rest do they get?
I don't know if they've set that for sure. Have they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I would hope it's back to like start in October, and they get a little bit of a rest as opposed to 2 months and then like back at it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, man, you look at all the injuries this year though, and all the players keep saying it's from the short off season they had. Man, it's been devastating. I mean, I don't know. They're gonna have to figure something out though to get them a rest and get everyone's bodies recovered. we can't just do this many injuries again to this many superstars and all-stars. It's terrible.
Yeah,
So
you need something.
In your expert opinion, if Trae Young is healthy, are the Atlanta Hawks in the finals? If he's healthy for the entire series?
If Giannis is also healthy, I still say no. You know, that Hawks team, as well as they did, they were just so inexperienced. Not that the Bucks have that much experience, but they've at least been in this area before. And they would have had the best player on the court. And when it comes down to it, you got to go with the 2-time MVP over the team of 12 first-time playoff appearances.
Yeah.
So
that's a fair point. I think I would have gone that way too, but I root for the Bucks, so I'm going for them. Sadly, at least I was half right for my finals prediction. I had the Bucks and the Clippers. Didn't work out. I was close.
You're pretty darn close.
I want to say I was Bucks Nuggets. I think it's changed a few times because like every time I made a prediction, my team was then knocked out in the following round. So
I think we were both on the Bucks though.
We were definitely both on the Bucks. It's I want to switch allegiances, but I'm not going to because that is not a garage certified move.
And I love the Suns. The Suns have been so fucking fun. I'm very happy with the finals. Do we know what Giannis's status is?
No, as of about an hour ago, they hadn't said anything yet.
Well,
he's still questionable day to day.
Yeah, he'll be questionable until like an hour, like however, until the very last minute they had to put something out.
Yep, exactly.
I've hyperextended a knee like that, and by no means am I like 7'2" and Greek and built on another planet or anything, but like I have a feeling he'll probably be back by game 1. Maybe not 100%, but I think he will be by like game 2 or 3.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Even if he does like what Harden did, came back, on a bum leg, and even having him on the court draws so much attention, and you have to game plan for him. I mean, even if he's 50, 60%, he still changes the entire dynamic of the game and the series.
My boy Leo typing in Greece #1. It's
there
number 1 in a lot of things. We'll give him that.
First in democracy, they did that first.
Pretty sure they invented the euro.
Yeah,
the food, not the money. So the better
so
version.
I got another question for our buddy Scotty Law, the NBA expert. Bobby Portis, Little Rock, Arkansas native. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh yeah.
Great living American or greatest living American?
It's an important question.
Oh, I would go great. I think Joey Chestnut probably deserves that top rank this weekend.
That's fair. And his jaws will haunt me in my dreams. Follow-up question. Better nickname for Brooke Lopez, Bropez or Splash Mountain?
Oh, I like Bropez. That's just an awesome name.
I ripped that off of Sports Center. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I heard it there first.
Well, props to them. I like that name a lot.
It looks like actually we'll take a pause from basketball right now. We have a question in the chat. They have a question about baseball. We'll have to see what they come up with. But until they come up with it, what do we what did you think of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, both of them, both those like series in general? I thought they were pretty awesome. With the was it the Suns Clippers that had one of the worst games I've ever seen? The super low scoring when Chris Paul was out.
When Chris Paul was out, they couldn't make a shot, and the last 30 seconds lasted like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the one that ended in the Ayton dunk, I think.
I think so. But
what
overall,
a play. Holy cow.
I'm very happy with how the playoffs have gone. Similar to hockey. I was very happy with how the NHL playoffs have been. And I just hope we get a better finals in the NBA, is what I'm going to say. Although the Habs are keeping up right now, but it's been a downswing.
I've just loved the parity. I mean, you never get this much parity in the NBA. The last 15 years has been Warriors and LeBron. Before that, it was just Kobe and, D Wade. And I mean, we finally got a playoffs where nobody knew what was going to happen.
It's been,
a lot of that was because of injuries, but Yeah, it's been great to watch. I think it's been so good for basketball. Get these small markets in the playoffs, let them go to town. They keep all these sports outlets keep talking about how good of hands the game of basketball is in with these young players. You got Devin Booker, Trey Young, all these guys just coming out of their shells during the playoffs and just putting on a show.
I think it's really like bumping up my just knowledge of the NBA in general. I haven't watched this much NBA in literally like half a decade.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm very content with this playoffs and very thrilled with how it's gone.
Do you have any prediction? Oh, go ahead.
So I was going to say, so Bucks lose, but Chris Paul wins a championship. How mixed are those feelings for you if that happens?
I'm pretty indifferent, I guess. I'm not really pulling for anyone here. I think the Chris Paul storyline would be awesome. He's been basically just kicked in the trash ever since he left the Rockets, and goes to the Thunder and just completely turns them around for a year. And now he goes to Phoenix, where nobody thought he would be this good still, and he takes them from like a bottom 4 team to a NBA Finals team. I think that storyline would be pretty cool to see completed. If I had to choose, I think I would like to see that.
Yeah. I think what happened was I think Cliff Paul kind of fucked things up for him, and that's how he ended up in Oklahoma City. So I'm glad that they're not talking anymore, and he could get back on a good team.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm with you there. I'm trying to think. I'm very excited for the series. I can't think of anything crazy that'll happen. I'm trying to play in my mind some potential crazy scenarios for this final series.
Ooh, I'm really excited to see Giannis, and once Giannis gets healthy. Once Giannis gets healthy, as I open a beer after my verbal gaffe, I want to see the Ayton Giannis matchup and see how they stack up. Like, how is that going to make Giannis change his game at all? Because he's very much out on the point. Like, is that going to pull Ayton out to guard him? Because he's the only one who matches up wingspan style. Who else are you going to stick on him? So it's I think that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think the matchup I'm most looking forward to is
Slosher
Booker Middleton.
Okay.
Both those guys have had incredible playoffs. Middleton's been a little more spotty, but you talk about Devin Booker having a 40-point triple-double for his first career triple-double and just carrying the Suns. When Chris Paul was out, he just put him on his back. And, man, those are two of my favorite players to watch. Just both grinded out shooters, but they can create their own shots. They play defense. They're involved the entire way around. I think it's probably going to come down to whichever of them can be the better player, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to. I 100% agree. I think it's just going to be you have so many just dynamic players on both sides, and Booker. I hate Booker because he went to Kentucky, and I hate every player that ever went to Kentucky. But he still. Even with the broken nose that was laid across his face, he still just went crazy. So yeah. I can't hate a man with guts like that.
The dude has balls of steel.
I'm right there with you. Anytime there's a serious injury and you can kind of play through it a little bit, you've earned my respect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I'm happy with the way the finals have gone. I'm happy with the playoffs. NHL is crazy. We'll do a little bit of NHL talk too. What do we think? Is there any chance that the Canadians can tie up this series?
Tie it up from
tie it up. Is there a chance they can compete in this series?
I don't think so. I think the Lightning, they're just so deep. They're so solid. And Carey Price has just carried the Habs the whole way throughout the playoffs. And, his save percentage right now is below 90%. And if your best player is your goalie and he's saving at that low of a rate, I think you got a problem, especially against the defending champions.
Yeah, I was all over Carey Price. I was just fanboying all over Carey Price, and it was like the first like 3 shots he faced in the cup was just like right by his ears. I think a lot of those he like just didn't see, but still, you're a hockey goalie. That happens all the time.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the Tampa mayor? What she said?
No.
She went on I don't know if it was a radio or press conference, but she put out a press release, whatever, saying, we love our Lightning, but we kind of hope they take it easy in Game 4 and maybe even let the Canadians win a game so they can come back to Tampa and win the Stanley Cup on home ice. Yeah,
that's all you needed was to give a damn fur trapping degenerate something to put on the bulletin board, and that's it, man. They're winning the series now.
They're up 1-0. They're up 1-0 right now, so they can take a game. They can at least take a game.
Yeah, I don't want to sweep. That's all. I don't like it when Florida has nice things.
I don't either. I don't, and like the Ning won last year. That's what we call them, by the way.
It's the Ning.
They're
the Ning.
Yeah,
I like it.
The Ning and the Nens. The Ning and the Ns. Just call them that.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Okay, before we get you off, Scotty Law, we get you
Whoa,
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be getting off right now.
It turned into one of those.
It's a sports question, so it's relevant, but it's not about any sport we've been covering. It's about a sport that we don't really cover because, frankly, I bet on it, but I don't really watch it. It's baseball. We talked about it a little earlier with my man Chase getting his parlay. So the question right here, in sports, we hear about chasing records and how players of today are better than players of decades past. But I find it interesting how the vast majority of MLB records are held by players who are in the dead ball era or players who played before we were born. They're curious if one day a player will reach 5,000 hits. Will we ever see Cy Young's record in wins fall? Will someone surpass Nolan Ryan in strikeouts? Basically, why in baseball are so many pioneers of the sport hold so many records? I have a theory. I'm going to posit it out there. I think it's because they played when they were good athletes, but they played when not the best athletes could play.
Yeah, all white baseball does a lot for your stats. I think if you are a white man of mediocre talent, all white baseball does you a lot of favors. Here's my answer. When it comes to hitting, especially with all the changes in the game that happen that are so offensively geared, I think you can maybe see someone hit 5,000. You have 5,000 career hits someday. That makes sense to me. That I could see. With the pitching things, especially with Cy Young's record, I don't think you're ever going to see people touch that because you have the expanded rotations. Rotations were much smaller then. They didn't get near as much rest. The opportunities were there. Someone would have to be fucking perfect for 10, 15, 20 years probably to kind of approach Cy Young. So when it comes to the hitting, yes. When it comes to the pitching, no. When it comes to why old records are so great, all white baseball, and also the major leagues are so fucking persnickety with the records and who's entitled to have them. And say they make a change to how long the schedule is again. I mean, for the love of God, they wanted to give Roger Maris an asterisk for having just a couple more extra games in a season than Babe Ruth did. So that, someone could maybe break it, but baseball will be in a hurry to tell you that they weren't as good as the Ironmen that played in the 20s with syphilis.
Yeah, I think you guys hit it right on the head. Just the athletes were not as up to par back then. Another thing is a lot of those guys played a lot more. You got these guys that play today and they may take 10, 15, 20 games off in a season if you're a hitter. And if you're a pitcher, I mean, man, you're pitching every 5 games if you're a starting pitcher?
Yep.
There's just not as many reps out there. So it's harder to get the stats when you're only playing 60, 70% of what those guys back in the day would have played.
And then when they extend the season so that you might get all those opportunities, they'll say, yeah, but you weren't as cool.
Yeah.
There's always going to be, I feel like baseball is a sport particularly heavy on gatekeeping for records.
Mm-hmm.
It's super heavy on nostalgia. That's something that baseball has, I think, over almost any sport is the nostalgia factor that people always wake off the older generation.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like a pretty elitist sport in that regard. You know, you have to do this, this, and this exactly how it's always been done for 140 years. And if you try to be innovative, then you're out of luck.
Meanwhile, the DGen demigod, Pete Rose, Saint Charlie of Hustle, he's out. They're not going to let him in the Hall of Fame because he had a little side action on the games, even though he's got 4,000 career hits.
Hey, if you're a DGen, you're a DGen to your core, and I respect that, and that's why we love that man. The Charlie
Saint Charlie of Hustle.
Hustle, yes.
Hear our prayer.
The patron saint. Well, I think I don't have. Is there anything else you want to talk about when it comes to the NBA Finals, Mr. Lawyer Man?
Not that I can think of. Just ready to get this season over with and see the Nuggets at full force next season and watch them win their first finals next year. So,
yeah, keep
forward
everyone healthy.
That.
Keep everyone healthy around the dad bod god Jokic, and you'll have a good run.
I think so.
Oh yeah,
they could definitely have a good run. Let's go. I'm gonna say let's go Bucks. I'm gonna say Bucks in I hope 7. I just hope it goes to Game 7.
Yeah, I'm for it.
I'm Bucks, you're Bucks, Chase, and I'm your Suns.
Yep, I'm taking Suns in 6.
Okay. Well, before you go, I have 2 questions. One, how dare you? The second, of course, is where did you get the nerve?
Yep.
Well, if Giannis is not full strength, I just don't see them winning this series. I could totally see it. I would not be surprised in the least bit if either team won in 5, 6, 7, either way. But Giannis, I mean, with that frame and his type of game and that kind of injury, I think it's pretty detrimental unless they've just kind of been overhyping a little bit. Who knows? We'll see. Looking forward to it. Going to be a great series either way.
I think it's going to be a really fun one, I think. So with that, we're going to take it away from the NBA. We're going to kind of go back into the XFL news and whatnot. But let me hit you guys with an ad first, and then we'll get back into the show. Folks, if you're like me, you're a very hairy individual. But you don't have to be hairy everywhere. You can be hairy on your head, hairy on your face, even your chest. But down there, it's a hassle. It gets in the way. It can be kind of confusing. It's not a great time, but there is help. I have partnered up with Manscaped with the Lawnmower 4.0, promo code XFL for 20% off and free shipping. I'm going to be shaving my under area here just to prove how fucking amazing this is. And you may be asking, why are you in the shower using an electric razor? Well, that's one of the benefits. This thing is waterproof. It's beautiful. It's futuristic. Look at that design. It's sleek. This thing is a bad boy. Let's get going. And if you can't tell, I'm on my beanbag directly. I'm feeling nothing. It's not good. You'll get a regular electric trimmer, and it'll fucking nick you. Feel awful. You'll hate every second of it. This bad boy, it's like giving your nuts a nice massage. It's beautiful. I'm feeling fancier already. I'm loving life. And I'm feeling more fucking fit. Promo code XFL for 20% off this amazing product and free shipping. If this thing didn't work, I wouldn't be shaving my nuts right now. And there you have it. Lawnmower 4.0 has me cleaner than my garage after cleaning day where I hire my buddy Greg to clean it. And it's sleek, it's waterproof, it's amazing, it did the job. I'm feeling like a fucking turtle shell down there. And all because I used promo code XFL for 20% off and free shipping. This thing is even more worth it. Go get yourself, go over to Manscaped right now and get yourself some. Use promo code XFL once again for 20% off and free shipping. What the fuck are you doing? Go get it now. There we go. Go to Manscaped right now. Promo code XFL for 20% off and get your taint, your gooch, your balls, even your beehole shining like a turtle shell.
I'm not even gonna lie. That gave me all sorts of confused big girl feelings right there, man. That was some hot shit.
As it should. Rolling in, it's perfect. I was in the shower for the ad, and we're rolling right into Chase's Shower Thoughts cul-de-sac, folks.
That's right. We were trying to come up with like corner didn't feel well. I'm not like an angular person. I don't have sharp edges. I'm very round. Yeah. There's a lot of talk of beanbags in that ad. I'm kind of like beanbag shaped. But here we go. Update from last week. We are still loving the Euro tournament. The games have still been fantastic. Unfortunately, Jim's cheer for the food you like plan did not work out. Also did not work out for me because I thought the food I liked was going to be pretty good too. So Belgium got knocked out, and we're going to have a pretty little block with what's supposed to be like a blockbuster matchup tomorrow with Italy and Spain. But here's the secret. Excited. Spain needed like just a crazy Lemony Snicket's series of misfortunate events to actually make it into the semis. So I do believe that you're more than likely going to have Italy kick the ever-living shit out of Spain, and that's what they get for staying neutral in World War II. Let's see. You've also got England. England's going to take on Denmark. Is England finally due, or does a Denmark player almost dying take them to the finals? We'll find out what's stronger. Next, we've got So I'm 36 years old. Like, I don't know what's cool anymore. I need to buy some shoes because I just wear fucking flip-flops anywhere. Like, I remember, like, when I was younger and buying shoes, like, Jim, people could wear, like, some just, like, white, bright-ass shoes. Can I still do that?
You can, but you need something that complements the outfit. So you need either, if you want to go all white and get some white pants with it, or get some like darker pants that like make the shoes really pop. That's
so I need to
fucking do it.
So I gotta buy shoes with the actual like whole ensemble in mind. So it sounds like I need to start buying just a shit ton of shoes. Actually, I probably don't because I just wear like basketball shorts and a t-shirt most days.
That's what so I went through a phase probably 3 years ago where I bought a shitload of shoes. And by a shitload, I mean like I only had 8 pairs of shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I wore like 1 pair all the time, and that was it. That's just what I do. I buy like I have like so many shirts. I wear like the same 4 shirts like all the time.
I was telling like I was doing these Better Than Vegas videos, and I was like, people must think like I only wear like Civil War colors because I only have like blue and gray t-shirts apparently. So like I tried to wear like a green shirt the other day to show that I do have more of a color palette.
It's something you have to sprinkle in there for sure.
I feel like if I could just get some like basic bitch gray shoes, like I would just like cover all bases.
So like gray shoes are solid. Just like your regular black tennis shoes are really good. Shit, I don't fuck.
See, black shoes make me feel like I'm in the Heaven's Gate cult. Like, and I might, drink the Kool-Aid and be castrated and wait for the spaceship.
Whatever. That's their right. I'm not gonna. We're pro. Are we? I don't know. I'm not gonna be on the podcast and say we're pro Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, well, I won't say that we're pro-religious cult, but we'll say people have the freedom to practice how they feel.
But
yeah.
Depends on we take a like a piece by piece approach to cults. Sure. I mean, I'm sure some things that we consider to be completely like regular these days started as cults, but I think it's probably good if I just stop right there. I think that's where we should stop that one.
So I have one last shower thought here in Chase's Shower Thoughts cul-de-sac, which is tonight at Los Alamitos, you had the return of Gamine. Jim, do you know who Gamine is?
I do not actually.
Gamine is a very talented 4-year-old filly who happens to be in the Bob Baffert barn. And she also happens to be the horse that just kicked off the shitstorm for Bob Baffert last year whenever Gamine kept testing positive for things like lidocaine. Because we figured out that Bob's power move is injecting horses with things in the legs until they can't feel their legs. So they run just super fast because who wouldn't if you couldn't feel your fucking legs? Well, Gamine, so Bob is only like racing in California now. Everyone has banned him. Gamine made her first start, and I would love to tell you that Gamine disappointed. But ladies and gentlemen, drugs still work. Gamine went off at 1-9 and completely ran away with it. So I think that's going to be Bob's power move from now on is they won't let me race anywhere else. So I'm just going to flex in California because they will never kick me out because I will tell all their dirty secrets.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, like race the one place you're allowed to race and then just own it. You're just going to dominate there.
Yeah, that's it. I really think the reason that he hasn't been banned from California yet is like, he's like, okay, well, here's the deal. If you ban me, I'm going to sit down on a couch with Oprah and I'm going to tell her about every single terrible substance or thing that I ever did to a horse to get it into the winner's circle. And I'm going to completely burn this place down and you will never have a horse race again. And that's 100% what he would do because he is a silver-haired fuck.
He strikes me as like the most petty man on the planet.
100%.
I'll go back to something you were talking about earlier about the Euros because I somehow forgot that they were going on and the fact that I was watching the hell out of them. I could still vote with my stomach and go for Italy. That's my pick to win the whole thing now, is Italy.
Is it because of the tour of Italy at Olive Garden?
It is. Honestly, it is.
I sometimes take the tour of Italy, and then I'm mad at myself after because I wish I would have just been honest and told myself that all I really wanted to do was eat fettuccine Alfredo anyway.
My go-to at Olive Garden is honestly, I feel healthy, and it's the most unhealthy way to feel healthy, is I just get salad, but then I also get breadsticks, and I'll go through, like, of the big serving bowl salads, I'll go through, like, 6 of those.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's just like, you must have bowel movements that are like Swiss train perfectly timed for the next like 2 to 3 weeks afterwards.
It's actually the best way to clear your system, in my opinion.
That makes sense. I might, if I were to ever, start my boxing career again, maybe I'd do that before weigh-ins.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good way to go into it. So going on from the friggin' shower thought cul-de-sac, we got a little. Let's see what XFL news we have to. It's fucking nothing. We haven't heard shit about not even anything on Danny Garcia. Nothing on her Instagram. We hear nothing. We know that the CFL is going to be starting up this season. And there's been some interviews, like Doug Flutie did an interview talking about how potentially the CFL would lose its luster if it partnered up with the XFL. And I'm just like, Doug, I love you, but stop it. Right.
I don't know. If anything, it just makes it international. You're in 2 countries now. Like, let's build the appeal everywhere. They're going to watch it. People in Canada are going to watch it anyway. Why not team up?
Yeah, I feel like that, and you get an interjection of like American audience too. That like they seemed pretty hardcore when the XFL was going on last year.
Listen, if I am the XFL CFL, I'm dialing up Hulu, beep boop, boop, beep beep beep, and I'm like, hey, how much does it cost for me to be every commercial break on the new season of Letterkenny? And then I dominate the sporting world because everyone watches and loves Letterkenny.
That's true fact. Everybody does love Letterkenny. And then if they do partner up, even if they don't, I get to unveil the cousin of XFL Jim, CFL Jim.
CFL Jim, how are you now?
Oh, I need to work on my up Northern American Canadian accent.
There you go. It's you'll get there. I think just work on your stories and boots and you'll be fine.
Watch a lot of Fargo.
Oh, don't you know?
Yeah, but there really hasn't been any updates for the XFL. We have speculations and whatnot. there's the hope keeps it's like a carrot on a stick. They keep dragging out the potential of a 2022 season, but the less we hear this late into the year, the hope is dying all around the community. It still burns mightily in my heart. I will hold out hope until February of 2022 passes by, because that was the start date of 2020, and it's just be like, well, 2023, here we come.
All right. So, but can I play Lucifer's advocate here?
Go for it.
Would you rather have it show up in February 2022 and be like a subpar product, or would you rather have it show up in February 2023 and be like built to last for like the next 100 years?
I would rather it be 2023 and it's like, let's do the parallels here. I'd rather be in 2023 and be like the XFL of 2020 than do it in 2022 and be like the AAF.
Right. Or like, when Vince McMahon, whenever Vince McMahon rolled out and said, "This is the XFL."
I still love that sound. That's still amazing.
That sound is terrifying. That's
part of the league forever.
Yeah. I hope that I make it to the pearly gates and just they open it up and like Vince McMahon's just like, "This is heaven."
I don't think he'll be there. I don't think he's going to heaven.
That is an excellent point. I'm Jim McMahon, and you fucked up.
But that's what we've heard of the XFL so far. We do have sumo going on. We literally had day one of the Basho last night. It's hard for me to see if we're on day 2 or day 1 because they do it at nights. So I'm not sure if it started like the night of July 3rd where it became July 4th over there, or if it started last night for us there. But it's starting. It's been entertaining to watch. I'm going to let you guys know kind of when at the midway point, I'll let you know the standings and whatnot. All you got to know is the GOAT, Hakuo, is in the tournament, and he is 1-0 so far. So he's awesome. He's killing it. And it's going to be a fun tournament.
Has my boy Toby Zaro gone yet?
He has. I didn't see his bout. I haven't seen that one yet. I need to catch up with the highlights.
Oh, I'm done playing Pokemon. And I finish. Mom says I can't watch Game of Thrones, but I can read the books. He's going to come out and he's going to fucking dominate. Toby Zaro.
Come out and fucking own everything. I wish there was more news going on, but eventually, give it maybe like a week or two, we're going to start fucking talking NFL and college football.
Dude, it's so close. Like, it always sneaks up on you. It is so close. Like, we are like a couple weeks away from training camps.
It's fucking insane. Speaking of which, we missed fucking talking about this. Name, image, and likeness announced for college football players. It's the damn Wild West.
It is going
paid. It's chaotic, and I love it.
It is going to be insane. It is 100% going to be insane. And I think there are so many rules that are going to come out of this year because so many people are going to make these like ridiculous deals, I think. And also, like, I don't know, there's part of me that's like, this is perfect. And I mean, 100% think that like the kids should be paid, especially for using their faces on things. But I also think like this is 100% the end of college football. It's going to be like only Alabama, USC, and another team in a major market are good because they have all sorts of like backers that can pay just shit tons of money to these kids for their NIL. And then just college football is just like, we just don't want to do this anymore.
Well, that's fair. But I'll posit, I think those schools are already paying players a shitload of money through their rich boosters. And they're already like Alabama's already the best team. Like that's not going to change.
I like to think that well, I don't like to think it, but like part of me thinks that like Alabama has such a selling point with like Nick Saban that they don't even have to do that anymore. You know, like they've gotten so good that they actually don't have to cheat. I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. It's nice to think that they don't have to.
Yeah.
I think my thought process has always been this actually helps the smaller teams like the Iowa States, the K-States, maybe not the Wake Forests of the world because they're very, very small. Mm-hmm. But you're kind of like smaller market teams that have a very loyal local fan base that will support stuff. And like they also have some rich boosters. And if you want to be making decent money at like a K-State or an Iowa State or like an Oregon State or something like that, you can make decent money. Maybe you decide, oh, I don't know. If you're like a 4th, 5th round draft pick, it's like, oh, I might stay another year here getting guaranteed money, then jump into the NFL right away. I don't know.
I'm afraid that like we're gonna hit the point where we tell schools that they have salary caps as to like what people can get paid and like how much people how and then the world is just gonna fucking collapse into its own ass and hang itself with its sphincter. Like I'm so excited for these kids, but also they're just so terrified at the same time.
The chaos and not knowing what to expect is what excites me. I love it. I love it being the Wild West.
Yeah, see, I'm hoping that like Walmart comes with just some crazy huge deals to get and players come to Arkansas in droves because they're trying to get on that Walmart money.
My favorite deal so far was Nebraska. If you're not familiar, there's a fast food chain in Nebraska called Runza, which is beloved to my heart. It's amazing we're gonna have some for sure.
Oh yeah, I think you just gave a little Easter egg there.
A little Easter egg if people. But it's delicious. And Runza preemptively the day before they announced they would give every NCAA athlete in the state of Nebraska an offer.
Hell yeah. Way to go, Runza.
So like it's like a flat fee situation for doing promotion with them, but they would give every single athlete an offer, and I love that.
That's awesome. You know who's gonna make just an insane amount of money? Do you know who the Cavender twins are?
I do not.
They play basketball at Fresno State, and you should check out their TikTok. Like they're good. They're really good at social media. They're really at social media. They're good looking. They're good at dancing. So therefore, they're just awesome at TikTok. Those kids, they're going to probably make less in their professional careers than they did at college.
That's what I've been seeing. So like what I've been seeing is it's not the football and basketball players who are going to like come out super on top from this, because their highest point is like when they're in the NFL and the NBA and whatnot. It's the gymnasts, it's the swimmers, it's the soccer team who their highest level of publicity is in college. That's where they're most marketable. So you get like these women's basketball players, these gymnastics members, these swim team members, these soccer players. They're going to be making fucking bank.
Listen, that thirsty dude dollar still exists, and it is still powerful.
Yeah, just do a Twitch hot tub stream. That's
another little Easter egg you're dropping.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's a fucking beautiful way to go get some pay. I'm happy for it. I'm happy it's chaotic. I'm happy it's the Wild West. I just thought we needed to jump that in there. I thought for a second we had already covered it, but I was like, oh no, this just happened like this Thursday. It feels like it's already been like a week since this announcement.
And that's crazy because it is hands down like the biggest news in college sports that has happened in our lifetimes. 100%. 100% the biggest news. Like it is such like the fact that you have Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who has given me every indication that he fucking sucks, came up with like just the perfect answer to just this whole like amateurism thing. Like, do you mean to tell me that the food at your restaurant tastes better because you don't pay the cooks as well? Like that's the, it was just perfect. And like, I don't know, it's so landmark that I feel like people aren't really going to give this decision the like put it on a pedestal as like world changing like it actually is.
I do wonder if so this is followed up. We have the playoff announcement like a couple weeks ago, not even that long ago.
Right.
And then it comes right into this. What a fucking offseason this college football year has been.
No shit. Like usually it's just like, oh, we're just waiting around for like media days and we're hoping like no one gets a DWI over the summer. Like, no, there's actually like shit actually happened this year.
It's fucking happened. And what's going to happen soon is we're going to do one last thing here, and then we're going to go roll into an ad, and then we're going to go pick our fucking NFL and college. This has become one of my favorite parts of the week, but
best part of the week.
I'm going to save it. So I'm going to go. I have this list of all the X League teams because they are having a season 2. I'm going to have you pick your favorite. I have my favorite already.
Okay.
You are going to pick yours. We have the Elcom Kobe Finis, Fienies. I think it's a bird of some type.
Okay.
We
okay.
have the Sidewinders. They're just the Sidewinders. The Asahi Soft Drink Challengers.
Excuse me?
Yep, the Asahi Soft Drink Challengers. So the way the X League does it is all the teams are company sponsored teams. So they're all like when you play for the X League, you are an employee of said company.
Yeah. Okay.
You have the Panasonic Impulse. This one's not my favorite, but they're one of my top 3 because they followed me back on Twitter. The As One Black Eagles.
Yes, that is also fantastic.
Based out of Osaka. You have the Nagoya Cyclones. You have the All Mitsubishi Lions. Forgive me on my pronunciation of this one. The Meiji Yasuda Penta Ocean Pirates.
Okay.
The Football Club Bulls. So they're going like the Washington football team route with that one.
Okay.
The Nojima Sagamihara. The Lixil Deers, Lixil Deers.
Oh, wait. So it's the word deer, and then it adds an S to it. So
yeah,
it takes the plural of deer and then adds an S to it and makes it the Deers.
They're the Deers.
You can stop right there, sir. I think we just found our team. Let's fucking go Deers.
I do love the I'm gonna call them Lixil, the Lixil Deers. I'm gonna go through the rest of these just so the audience can find their favorites. You have the Tokyo Bullseyes next. You have the Metropolitan Police Eagles. So the police they get a team. The Tokyo Gas Creators. The Fujitsu Frontiers. They've been pretty strong these past couple years. The Asahi Beer Silver Star. So it's a team. Imagine the Budweiser Cowboys.
Yeah. Right now, Jerry Jones, fan of the show, fan of the pod, is watching. He's like, "Why haven't I thought of that? I could put a golden eagle on the silver."
Yeah, you fucking can. And then you have the Obix Seagulls, who are my favorite team. I love me the Obix Seagulls. And then you have the IBM Big Blue and the Dentsu Caterpillars.
God, these names are just fantastic.
Dude, they fucking kill it with the mascots. The Lixil Deers are going to be our team. The Seagulls are my team. The Lixil Deers are the Jimnasium's team.
Yeah, this is what I'll say. I mean, we've got the double plurals with the Deers. I mean, if your team was the Seagullses, they might be as cool.
I wish they were the Seagullses.
The Seagullses.
But that's. I'm excited for the X League. I think also the As One Black Eagles are a bump up from. They have like the X League does like a certain relegation promotion thing. So
the police Eagles, that feels like weirdly that feels like something that came out of Germany in the 30s. You know, like.
You could. I'll show you their logo after the stream. But
ladies and gentlemen, you know it's terribly offensive if he has to show me after the stream.
Well, it's also I can't grab it, but
we'll take this one offline. It's got thunderbolts and everything.
I'll show you after the stream. Let's leave it at that. So, what do you got for us today, my man?
Well, I think it's time that we play a little game, and that game is called Have You Ever? Just bear with me for a minute. Have you ever left so many pubes on a bar of soap that your girlfriend thought you drowned her pet hamster in the shower? When you were the only ginger on your high school swim team, did your Speedo look like Carrot Top was trying to escape to do prop comedy? Are you tired of hearing from your lady friends, it looks like a button on a fur coat? Yes? All of these things? Then check out the new Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. Use promo code XFL, get your 20% off and your free shipping. God damn it, because X gonna give it to you. We done gave it to you. Keep your downstairs clean, smooth like a turtle shell. He said it earlier. I like it now, and I'm repeating it. Manscaped.com. Use it.
Fuck yeah, use it. Use promo code XFL for 20% off and free shipping. Always plugging. Let's fucking get into it. My favorite part of the week. We're on week 8 of NFL and college football action. We're going to start with the NFL. First game up, you have Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals.
I like that the NFL website like puts it in this order every week, so I get to say, is Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback for the Green Bay at this point?
Week 8. So I've been banking all these picks off of the fact that I think he will be playing for the Packers. It's becoming less and less likely, I feel, as we come on to it, but I'm still a believer. So
I think they're going to have a hell of a pass rush in Arizona. I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. It's going to be the Jordan Love era, or possibly the Jordan Love's backup era at this point. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go Arizona.
I'm also picking Arizona, even if Aaron Rodgers is there. I like Arizona. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons.
Uh,
I have been very high on the Panthers, I feel, this whole season.
Pick first. You pick first.
I'm gonna go Panthers. So what I think happens in this game is I think Darnold just kind of like goes off. I think he goes off against, because Atlanta does not have a good defense, in my opinion.
Okay. So one, do you kind of think that the Atlanta Stadium looks like a big chrome butthole?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, well, I think that the Panthers are going to lose inside of that big chrome butthole, like just because it's the NFC South, and there's always just like inexplicable like losses and crappy performances. So I'm going to say Arizona gets it, or sorry, Atlanta gets it done.
There is crazy chaos all over just this whole league. Next up, we got Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. And I'm a huge Miami fan. I'm a huge Dolphins fan. I think they're going to have a really good year this year, but they are not beating Bills.
I'm so glad you said that, so that it gave me the green light to not pick the Dolphins. I'm going with the Bills here.
Probably a smart choice there. Next up, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Chicago Bears.
God. See, I mean, you're in the middle of the season.
The quarterbacks are for both or either of these
we really don't, and it's always there. We were at the point where they might just like lose games for no reason. I'm gonna go with the Bears. I'm gonna take the Bears since they're at home.
Take the Bears. I am taking the 49ers.
Okay, all right.
Up next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. And this is the midpoint of the season, so the Steelers will not be invincible. I'm pretty sure I picked them to win almost every game so far, so I have them coming in here like 7-0.
Okay. Browns. I'm the Browns. I'm going with the Browns.
We said at the same time, Browns. But I feel like we were on such a connection there that it's going to happen for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions.
God, fly Eagles, fly! I think I might have picked you 2 weeks in a row, so these just live up these 2 weeks because you're not going to get many more of them.
Yeah, you better, because I'm going Philly here.
How many undefeated and then also unvictorious teams do you think we're going to have after we go all the way through this? We're going to have like 5 teams that are like 0-16.
We're gonna have like 3 undefeated, because this is the weird way to do it when we're kind of looking at like each week in a vacuum,
right?
And not taking the factor like, oh, does this team play like a back-to-back away game? Do they like get a short rest from a Thursday to something? It's very interesting to see. I can't wait till we're done and just go through all the results that we have.
Right. There's going to be a lot of just like, what the fuck was I thinking there?
Next up, we have the Rams at the Texans.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams too. That's an easy one.
I think the Texans have a chance to be like historically bad, like Detroit bad.
I think they're going to be really bad. The Titans at the Colts. Interesting one. This is an interesting one.
Interesting one, but at this point, who's going to be playing quarterback in Indianapolis? I'm not even sure if it's going to be Carson Wentz. Like he might get all in his feelings and not want to play in Indiana anymore. I'm going to go with the Titans.
I'm also going Titans here. The Bengals at the Jets.
Somebody's going to win.
And it's going to be the Bengals.
Yeah. Actually, no. Jets. I'm going to go Jets. I'm going to go Jets.
I love it. The Patriots at the Chargers. Traveling all the way down.
Defense travels. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I am going with the Chargers.
I love that pick. I love your pick there. I wish I would have made that pick, but we were already past that. Way to go.
The
done.
Jaguars at Seattle.
Here we go. Get ready. It's gonna happen. Seattle's gonna kick the shit out of the Jaguars.
Seattle's gonna fucking yeah. It's not going to be pretty.
It's not going to be pretty.
The Washington football team at the Denver Broncos. Another team who we don't know who the fucking quarterback. I mean, it's probably Teddy, right?
It's probably Teddy. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Chase Young and Montez Sweat are going to be all up in that ass. So Washington football team.
Yeah, I'm very high on the Washington football team. I have them winning their division. And I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. Tampa Bay at your New Orleans Saints.
Oh, it's at the Dome?
Yeah.
No question. New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
No place like Dome, baby.
I'm with you. I'm rolling with that. I'm going Saints as well. It's regular season. I feel like Tom Brady sometimes does take weeks off in the regular season, whether he wants to or not.
Yep.
It'll just happen. And B, the Saints at home. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's Jameis, I'm very high on Jameis.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking kill it.
His name literally rhymes with famous. Like, how can he not be the greatest person ever?
It's so easy. Last up, we got second to last. You have Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings, and I hate that. I feel like I have to pick the Vikings again. What the fuck?
You're gonna die on that hill, huh?
I hate this. I'm gonna die on this hill that I hate.
Dude, I literally cannot. I have no idea. Like, I'm afraid you have a brain tumor at this point because you've picked Kirk Cousins so many times. I'm gonna say the Cowboys. I'm saying it too. I hate saying it as much as you hate saying Minnesota.
You know what? It's a Sunday night game, so yeah, I'm actually gonna fade Kirk Cousins. So give me the Cowboys there. This is gonna be the one that they fucking win.
I feel like we should watch this game and just like say Hail Marys and like whip ourselves while we watch it because it's just such a brutal exercise.
Speaking of a potentially brutal exercise, you have the New York Football Giants at the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, I'm going to pencil this one in for both of us.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not pretty.
Poor Giants.
Poor Giants. Now we're going into college football. Always a very fun time. We're going to breeze through these, I imagine. Starting off with a banger, Coastal Carolina at Appalachian State.
App State.
Okay, I'm going Coastal.
They get wild. They get Buck Wild and Boone, North Carolina.
Yes, they do. Another banger matchup. Tulane at SMU. I'm going to give SMU the nod by virtue of home field, I think. I'm giving it to Tulane. I think they kind of have a good offense to go against SMU. Kind of hold on to the ball a little bit more. I like it. Yeah. Louisiana at Arkansas State.
Louisiana at Arkansas State. Like, this should be just like the rivalry game that everyone in the nation tunes into because I think it's turned into a good one. Arkansas State, Wolves up.
This has been a really good one. I am a Cajun lover through and through, so I'm rolling with Louisiana.
They are the premier program in that conference.
Sun Belt? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably my pick to win the whole thing. Them and Sun Belt, people sleep on it because Louisiana, good. Coastal Carolina, good. App State, good.
Yep.
Troy, usually good. Arkansas State, usually pretty good. Like, that's a strong conference.
People sleep on the Sun Belt until they roll into your stadium in week 2 and they destroy your season.
Iowa State.
Yeah, and then by like week 3, week 4, you forget about them again. But they're still there. They're still good.
Next up, we got Florida Atlantic at Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I'm also rolling with Charlotte there. Middle Tennessee at UConn.
I love my boys in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I feel like when I was on the college football conference talk about the independents, we were discussing potential wins for UConn, and this is like a potential win, but they're not getting it. I'm gonna pick Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I could potentially win the lottery tomorrow, and that's not fucking happening.
Up next, another fun matchup: Memphis at UCF.
Whew, that's gonna be a football game. And you know what? Like, this is the kind of football game that if Memphis doesn't win it, they're going to fight afterwards. Like swinging helmets, like pushing down ball boys.
And they're gonna fight because I have UCF winning.
Yeah, I want to see UCF win so that I can see them act badly.
Also, I feel like Gus Malzahn will kind of have something cooked up.
Oh god, hold on, wait.
Yeah,
did I completely miss that news that Gus Malzahn is at UCF now?
Yeah, dude.
Oh fuck, never mind. Memphis.
So we'll switch it up for you.
God damn it, I hate Gus Malzahn. Fuck Gus Malzahn. How can you retroactively unpick UCF? Like,
I have to stay with them.
Shit.
No, for you, I'll retroactively.
Yeah, retroactively, they're going unvictorious. Fuck Gus Malzahn.
We're gonna have another winless season.
Yes. This is going to be a wreck. Like, we're going to make so much money in the Vegas sports books when we say 7 teams in the NFL and NCAA will go unvictorious this season.
It's going to be beautiful. Up next, we have Colorado State versus Utah State. I think Utah State's on the right track, but I like Colorado State a little bit more.
I think of like Utah State like rolling into Auburn and like winning a couple years ago, and it just seemed, and then their coach ended up going to Wisconsin. I Utah State. I don't know enough about Colorado State other than Mike Bobo isn't there anymore.
I'm pretty sure who is it? Colorado State.
We looked it up.
No, it's a coach that. Oh fuck, the name's so familiar. I'll look it up.
Vince Lombardi. Is that it? Did I get it?
It's Vince Lombardi. Oh, yeah, it's Steve Adazio. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, from Boston College. Up next, Washington at Arizona.
Washington.
Arizona's going to be really bad this year.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a rebuild right there. Another fun matchup, Cincinnati at Navy. Oh, boy.
That's going to be a football game. Man, you know what the best thing about this podcast is, Jim, is that like it's completely like relit the old campfire in the loins with like these small small division schools. Like there are going to be some great matchups.
Sometimes the most fun matchups are in like the AAC, the Mountain West, the Sun Belt, CUSA sometimes, and then like the MAC is crazy.
Yeah. So I've always heard that you would rather have a sister in the whorehouse than a brother in the Navy. But I'm going to go with the midshipmen.
Oh, I like it. I am rolling with the Bearcats and Cincy. I think I might have Cincy having like 1 loss this year.
Whew.
I'm really high on the Bearcats.
Big times for Finkel.
I like the guy. Illinois at Penn State. This is watch out. This is a potential trap game.
Can Bert pull it out?
Can Bert pull it out? I don't think so.
No, he can't. Penn State.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Penn State, but this is a watch out game because I feel like Illinois is going to be very similar to like it's going to a team that's going to bite people with Bert at the helm.
I think what's going to happen is Bert is going to be really competitive in this game until the 4th quarter to just give the fan base a little bit of hope, enough hope to keep him there for about 6 years.
Yep, I could very much see that happening. I thought Lovey was doing that, so I don't know what Bert's going to do.
That's why there's still the Fighting Lovey Smiths.
Yep, forever. Next up, we have Wake Forest at Army. Yeah. You know what? Wake Forest.
Okay.
Doing it.
Right.
I like Wake. I like what he's got going on up there. Next up, we got New Mexico at Wyoming, and I think Wyoming gets this one done at elevation.
I think I keep not picking Wyoming, and you keep picking Wyoming, so I'm gonna join hands and say Wyoming on this one.
Let's both roll with the Cowboys. like 3 uniform in college football.
With the chocolate on mustard color
I like
scheme.
it. I love it a lot.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Liberty at North Texas. This game is going to be a fucking pointsy game.
I love ever since North Texas fucking made us look like fools with a fake fair catch on a punt. Like I'm all about North Texas, and
I'm Scott Luttrell.
I think they're taking down Liberty.
Oh, they're taking them down. I've got Liberty winning this one in a huge shootout. That
makes sense.
I can't trust North Texas until they get something going on defense. Next up, we got Western Kentucky at Florida International, FIU.
Give me the red amorphous blobs.
I think we've been fucking really picking Western Kentucky.
It's like the Kool-Aid man blowing into town and just fucking your shit up, really.
Right?
Yeah, give me the red amorphous blobs.
I'm lockstep there with the red.
It's like if Grimace from McDonald's was smart enough to play football in red. That's the Western Kentucky.
It's cousin, right? That's
right.
Like we're related. Up next, we have UTSA at Louisiana Tech.
La Tech. You're on. You like UTSA, don't you?
On UTSA, I'm also gonna go La Tech though. I think La Tech's actually decent.
The Duck Commander will be at that game. It will be a whole thing.
It'll be a whole dealio.
Terry Bradshaw will be at that game even.
Next up, we have San Diego State at Air Force.
Air Force all day.
I'm also with you on Air Force. I think Air Force is maybe the academy team that I'm highest on this year.
Okay. It's their turn. The other ones have had their
time. I mean, I think Navy's going to be good. I think actually Army kind of has a rough year this year. Up next, we have USC at Notre Dame, the very fun USC Notre Dame game.
I don't know if she's asleep yet. I'm still going to take Notre Dame. I really think USC is on its way down.
I actually think this is going to be an upswing for USC, and they beat Notre Dame.
I actually, you said that, and now I think about it. Now I'm thinking of them being in LA and then NIL, name, image, likeness, and it might be the start of a very big upswing for USC, but I'm still saying Notre Dame because the walls in this house are thin.
Respected. Up next, we have your favorite fade, I believe, of all of college football, San Jose State at University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Why do you say that, Jim?
There's a certain quarterback that they have.
Nick Starkel?
Yeah, yep. He's still on the
team. They're fucking losing. Whoever they're playing is winning.
I am rolling with San Jose State. You are rolling with UNLV on this one.
Yeah. Did you know he wears like a cut off like Justin Bieber t-shirt under his pads?
I did know that.
And you still just picked him. It's
going to become a more and more common thing with this generation of players, my man.
Okay. All right.
I believe in the what are they? The Spartans, I believe.
All right. Woo! Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but my fighting fish in Miami just hit a big home run in the bottom of the 8th to retake the lead and keep my parlay kicking.
Keep the parlay alive. Up next, we have Nevada at Fresno State. This is a fun one, too.
Oh, Fresno State's going all the way to the Las Vegas Bowl this year, baby. They're going undefeated and then sadly only being rewarded with the Las Vegas Bowl.
I actually have Nevada winning this one and the whole conference.
What are the Lobos?
Very high.
Nevada?
I think Nevada's the Wolfpack.
That's right.
New Mexico's the Lobos.
That's right. They're all Packs or Lobos or Aggies or some sort of minor in that region.
Up next, an interesting matchup, a matchup, if you will. Buffalo at Akron.
Somebody's got to win.
Somebody's got to win. I know. I'm saying give Akron one more year. Like after this year, give him next year to win. He might win 5 games next year, but they're one of the worst teams in all of college football. And I don't care if Buffalo lost a head coach.
I think that we're becoming more woke as a society and realizing that things that start with the letter Z have been marginalized, and that this is the year for the Akron Zips to just, show society that they're equal. So Akron Zips.
Okay. I like it. I like the move. I'm going Buffalo on that one. Next up, we have Ohio State, the Ohio State University at the Indiana Hoosiers.
I'm sorry, but it's the Oral Roberts after March Madness and just Ohio State.
That's right. You're right.
Indiana. You said Indiana, right?
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana's winning. Fuck Ohio State.
I'm also team fuck Ohio State, but they are winning this game.
But you have a brain and can have
I gotta be objective here. Ohio State's gonna win. Indiana will make it close, just like they did last time. But generally, actually, I don't even know if they'll make it close because what fucking Ryan Day and Ohio State love to do is a team they barely beat 1 year. They just kick the shit out of them the next year. I don't know how they do it. They hold a grudge like a motherfucker.
All right.
Next up, we have Wisconsin at Purdue.
I want to say Purdue, but I think Wisconsin's going to win.
I also think Wisconsin's going to win, but this is the kind of game that Wisconsin, this is one of those random ones that were like the 2 years ago when they lost to Illinois. It's one of those kinds of games, and I think Purdue gets it done. Give me the Boilermakers.
Okay. I was literally waiting for 4 words from you. Coaching for his job. I was waiting for you to say coaching for his job.
At this time of the season, I don't know if what I've picked so far for Purdue, but they're probably really trying to get to a bowl game at this point. He's coaching for his job.
I had a whole diatribe planned. I was going to hear you say coaching for his job, and then I was going to hit you back with an argument, and then it was going to be our most, philosophical educational podcast yet, but you really left me hanging there, so we'll have to wait another week.
You'll have to wait another week. You'll have to tune in next time, folks.
Cliffhanger.
Next up, we have Kansas State at Texas Tech, and I am rolling with my Wildcats.
I'm going to go with you. I've said that they're going to be terrible this year, but I think Texas Tech is going to be terribler. So let's go Kansas State.
Fine. Speaking of terrible, you have Oklahoma at Kansas.
Aww. This is going to really make you wish that I had the mercy rule in NCAA football. Yeah.
Oklahoma's going to be going for style points in this game, so 100%. Then you have Oklahoma State at Iowa State, getting back to the exciting matchups. This is a fun one.
And I'll say it until I'm hoarse. The Iowa State Cyclones are winning the Big 12 this year, so they're winning this game.
So I'm going to give them the win here because I think they avenged the loss because I think Oklahoma State in the regular season was the only team that beat them.
Even when Iowa State is not good, they are so good at just fucking up people's seasons. So even if they're really bad and then Oklahoma State turns out really good, they'll still win this game because they're so good at fucking up people's seasons.
100%. We're both on Iowa State for this one. Up next, we have West Virginia at TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, TCU. Give West Virginia, was it Neil Brown there? Give him a year more.
Yeah.
Give him a year or two more. He'll get them pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah.
East Carolina at Houston.
Man, I think Bigger and McCracken. I like Bigger and McCracken as a coach, Dana Kilgore. So I'm gonna say Houston.
I'm rolling with Houston. I think ECU covers though. I don't know what the spread is, but I think ECU is going to cover.
If he just gets the best athletes in Metro Houston, they'll turn into one of those city college powerhouses.
I could definitely see it. Next, we have Temple at University of South Florida.
Temple. I'm gonna go Temple.
Who the Owls? Who? I'm going Temple too. I don't think South Florida is going to be that good. Up next, one of our favorite games to pick, Eastern Michigan at Bowling Green.
Directional Mich School.
100% directional Mich School. It helps when it's Bowling Green, who I actually think is the worst team in college football. So
here's I got a sad. This is kind of like the Atlanta Hawks logo looks like Pac-Man level sad, but part of me thinks that all these directional Mich schools are actually owned by Little Caesars.
I hope so.
End of thought.
We're gonna go with the assumption that they are. But moving on to Maryland at Minnesota.
Row the boat, PJ Fleck.
Yeah, I am also rolling the boat there. We're going Minnesota. Next up, we have Kent State, the Golden Flashes at the Ohio Bobcats.
Ooh, this is just the ultimate battle for people who hate the state of Ohio. I'll go Kent State because Neil Young has that song about Kent State.
Okay, yeah. I do like the Golden Flashes. I'm going with Ohio. I like the Bobcats there.
The Bobcats.
Bob's Kids. Up next, we've got Miami of Ohio at Ball State.
Well, I mean, if it's an Ohio team versus an Indiana team, you got to go with the Indiana team, right? Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going Ball State here.
Or so, yeah, Ball State in Indiana, in Muncie.
NIU at Central Michigan.
Directional Mich School.
Directional Mich School. Speaking of Directional Mich School, Western Michigan at Toledo.
Directional Mich School.
I can't.
Toledo messed around. They could have been in Michigan. They're so close to the border. They could have been like, man, this place sucks. And then just like moved over 10 yards and been a directional Mich school, but nah.
I'm going to need to whip myself after this one, but I am taking Toledo. I like the Rockets there.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
It's not great. South Alabama at University of Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe.
USA all day, baby. On South Alabama. Texas State at Georgia State. Battle of the States.
Is it Southern that's the triple option team?
Southern is the triple option team.
They had Texas State then.
It's tough. I'm going to go Georgia State. Up next, we have Colorado at Cal Berkeley.
Colorado at Cal Berkeley.
Give me Cal here. I think Cal has a pretty damn good season this year. They could compete for the North.
I'm gonna show some love to a team that you hate. I'm gonna go with Ralphie and the Buffs.
I think Colorado could be good, but they're needing a lot. We don't know who the quarterback is going to be. There's a lot of unknown about them still.
Yeah, well, I mostly just like that their mascot is named after the kid in A Christmas Story.
It's amazing. Up next, we are going Oregon at UCLA. Ooh.
This actually, I want to hear your thoughts on this one first, please.
I'm thinking Chip Kelly revenge game.
Is it a revenge game if he left?
They left. He doesn't fire. So I'm going to call it a Chip Kelly revenge game. I'm just going to call it that. It's not right, but I'm going to call it that. And I think UCLA wins.
We've gotten into you realize that we just created an evil twin situation where Chip Kelly is getting a revenge on himself by beating.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Oregon gets revenge on the original Chip Kelly, while the dark negative version Chip Kelly at UCLA, the Doppel Kelly, loses.
Okay, I'm on UCLA. You're on Oregon for that one. That's gonna be a fun game,
guys. This is like watching the movie Face Off with John Travolta and Nick Cage.
It's a classic, cinematic masterpiece right there. Utah at Oregon State.
You're higher on the Beavs, aren't you?
I'm high on the Beavs, but I'm higher on the Utes. Give me the Utes here.
Yeah. It's sad that I picked this way, but I really like it when Joe Pesci says the two Utes and Cousin Vinny. So let's go Utes.
I mean, they're the best defense, I think.
People who've been listening for the last few weeks just heard me admit that, and they're like, they stopped taking notes, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? I've been paying attention all this time.
I was using this for win totals, man. What the fuck? Up next, we have Northwestern at Michigan. Not a directional Mich school, so
that means Northwestern. Going Northwestern. I think Jim Harbaugh is getting fucking fired this year. They're going to be terrible.
I am not in agreement with that. Give me Michigan here. I think this is actually, he literally is coaching for his job.
Oh yes, 100%.
Every game he's coaching for his job.
There's only wearing Bo Schembechler glasses will only go so far for you. You actually have to start winning games eventually.
Yeah. I think he's coaching for his job. He got to make it happen. I think maybe he will. We'll see what I think at the end of the season. Up next, we have Syracuse at Virginia Tech.
All right. After this, I have a theory about Michigan and what's happening to Michigan. We'll come back to it afterwards. All right. So Syracuse at Virginia Tech. I'm gonna go with Enter Sandman and say Virginia Tech, even though I really like Syracuse.
I'm also going Virginia Tech, and I also really like Syracuse, but I'm going B-Tech here. So what about the Michigan?
All right. Michigan will never be as good as it once was because Detroit is not as good as it once was and probably never will be as good as it once was or have near as many people. That's my theory. I know they have a bigger national pull, but if you don't have that base, there's no way they can sustain a team just recruiting the nation of Detroit.
It is rough. They do need like a big city like Detroit to kind of like revive itself and get more people there.
Yeah, either that or you have to win just a fuck ton of ball games and to have the national pull. Like Michigan name is fading, man. You have not been good for a while.
Yeah, you need to have like an Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, or be like Oregon. Like Oregon's been in the national spotlight forever. If you don't have like a gimmick.
Yeah, they're never going to change the uniform. They might add like a couple more wings to the helmet. That's as like fancy as they're going to get.
It's hard for me to not like Michigan though, because they have so much similarity going with Nebraska. There's such a lot. There's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah, but you never had just a huge booming metropolitan area that's like just like disappearing.
They've never had that.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys, it seems more status quo than it does for them. With like they just have to get like come to terms with the fact that it's a whole new fucking world, and like their state is not what it used to be.
They really do.
That was just stunning.
Hey,
intellectual conversation.
You said it was going to be philosophical and intellectual. We gave him a taste. If you tune in more and more, you'll eventually become smart.
Coming up next week, why do my farts smell like peanut butter?
Exactly. They're fucking delicious. New Mexico State at Hawaii. And you know what? Give me the fucking Rainbow Warriors.
If this game were on the mainland, maybe. But it's the Rainbow Warriors all the way.
They got to win some of these, and I think they get this one. Also, I think New Mexico State is like dog shit.
The Rainbow Warriors, the fighting Jeff Gordons.
Also, I was analyzing their season. New Mexico State plays Hawaii twice this year.
Really?
Yeah, they do that. They're the team. If you've known it, remember like 2 or 3 years ago, they played Liberty twice.
Okay.
They just like playing people twice. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Up next, we got Georgia Tech at Virginia.
I don't think I've picked Virginia yet, but Wahoo Wah. It's gonna be Virginia.
The Wahoos are gonna Wahoo all their way over to fucking Wahoo Full House. That was bad. I'm sorry. Clemson at Pitt.
At Pitt? Clemson, but I kind of, part of me wanted to like snap judgment to say Pitt, but it's going to be Clemson.
That part of you is me. I am saying Pitt gets this win. Kenny Pickett goes the fuck off, and Pitt they win. They don't even come back to win. They just win.
I've decided let's fucking go is too cliche for me. So let me say to that, shall we proceed?
We shall. God damn it. Up next, Boston College at Louisville.
Whew. The ghost of Muhammad Ali is just going to work them with lefts and rights until they go to sleep. It's going to be Louisville in a laugher.
It's going to be Louisville. I think it's going to be a close one, though. Next up, we have Rice at UAB.
Hootie hoo.
Oh, going Rice here. I'm rolling with the University of Alabama, Birmingham. They're going to win this one, I believe.
Having an uninterrupted like football program for a number of years has to count for something, right?
I mean, they came out of the gate swinging, though.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's one of the teams I've actually seen play live, the UAB Blazers.
Oh, I'd love to go. Up next, this is going to be fucking depressing. Tennessee at Alabama.
Oh, man. Rammer Jammer, you Yellowhammer, you just been licked by Alabama. They're going to just kick the ever-loving shit out of Tennessee.
They're going to destroy Tennessee. Imagine fucking Tennessee. If Tennessee wins this game, how fucking crazy are those fans going to go?
People would be fucking committing harikari in the streets of Birmingham.
When was the last time Tennessee beat Alabama?
Oh, it's been so long. It hasn't even been close. And that's supposed to be a rivalry game. Like that's supposed to be their big East rivalry, and the East, Eastern Division rival, and that has not been a rivalry since fucking Philip Fulmer. Not only since he was there, but since he was there and actually cared about football, which has been a long time.
It's been a long time. That's going to be not pretty. Speaking of not pretty, I don't think this one will be pretty either. South Carolina at Texas A&M.
That's Jimbo is going to hurt them, just hurt them emotionally. I think. I hate A&M. I hate A&M so much, but they're going to be good.
I fucking hate Texas A&M with a fiery passion. They're going to win this game.
Yep.
Up next, Mississippi State at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, air raid. You're gonna throw for like 900 yards against Vanderbilt. It's gonna be a good little thing to put on tape. So go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs here. Mississippi State is winning that one for sure. LSU at Ole Miss.
This will be a good game. I'm actually all right. I love Coach O and I love saying go Tigers, but I actually think the Lane Train is going to get this done. This is a legit rivalry game. Legit rivalry game, and I think Ole Miss gets it done.
I think Ole Miss comes in and fucking like Ole Miss is gonna be a scary team this year. They're gonna be a scary team to face off. This offense is fucking insane.
We find out that for all these years, there's been a sixth Manning brother, and he's going to take Ole Miss to victory as the quarterback of the Ole Miss Rebels against LSU.
100%. Up next, UMass at Florida State.
Oh, this is embarrassing that they play this game. Florida State. Florida State's not even that good, but yeah.
Embarrassing. NC State at Miami.
This feels like a game that NC State will sneak out. I'm going to go NC State, even though I like a good U.
I think Miami gets this one done. I think this late into the season, they for sure have Derek King back if he doesn't start week 1. I think they turn it around and start becoming a really good team. Up next, we got BYU at Washington State.
I'm going to throw you a curveball after not picking Washington State this entire time. I'm going to say they beat the Mormons.
Go Cougars. I love me a good Cougar. I think Washington State gets her done and beats. Actually, this is Cougar on Cougar.
Yep.
Oh, I just realized that. That's hot. Washington State is going to win. Last one on the docket, UAPB.
Do you know what UAPB stands for?
I do not.
The University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Oh, that's
the Lions.
I never see it as an acronym. I always just see it as University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Yeah, they're a HBCU. Like there was a law in the Arkansas legislature that like the University of Arkansas could not play other schools from the state, specifically Arkansas State, because they want this like myth that Arkansas is like the only school in the region, in the state. Like everyone is Arkansas. And which, I mean, pretty much is true. Like we don't have to put that on the books, but I think it's kind of messed up if they can't play Arkansas State or like Central Arkansas or something. That being said, poor UAPB, they're probably not going to have a chance, but I'd actually like to see them give Arkansas their best try. If for something, because we're going to go undefeated and win a national championship. If for some reason we lost one game, if it was to the HBCU, UAPB, I would be 100% okay with it.
You know what? I would take that. I would take that too. But Arkansas is going to win this game. They're doing their SEC thing of scheduling their cupcake kind of later in the season. They need to. They have a tough fucking schedule. So Arkansas.
Quick update. Getting it home at plus 135. The Marlins ending the Dodgers 9-game win streak. Told you something about these streaks.
There's something about them.
Goal Habs! Yes!
Oh, Habs!
So many things are happening right now.
Let's fucking go.
And Romanov, I wish you were Caulfield scoring that goal, but you're not.
That is all of the college football. That is all of the NFL. Let's cap off a wonderful night with some live bets.
Yes. I've got. I did some deep dives here. I got some ones I'm pretty excited about.
There's you know what? What I like doing for these is I just go straight from the gut. So I pick them, and I don't even know what I'm picking before I pick it. I just let my hand guide me. Let's
go. Guided by voices. Let's hear it. All right. You're aware there's a big golf match tomorrow, right?
I am aware there's a big golf match.
Are you aware that one of the foursome is our favorite, the DJ Daddy, Phil Mickelson?
I very much am.
I think him, his stun of shades, and the amazingly meaty calves, Mickelson, Tom Brady, plus 138 to beat Bryson DeChambeau and Aaron Rodgers.
I'm on that 100%. Our DJ Daddy will take us to the promised land.
Our DJ Daddy is so good at talking shit. Like he will fuck up their day playing golf.
Oh, he's gonna fuck up. If there's anyone who can't handle being shit talked, it's Bryson.
Dude, and he was like air humping inside of Tiger Woods' head. Do you know how hard that is? Like, he's a
goat shit talker.
For sure.
I like that one. I will join you as one of my 3 picks. Are we going 3 or 5 today? I forget. We're going 5. Fuck yeah. So give me that. Give me the Bucks on the money line.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So listen to this one. If you're not listening live, folks, you're missing out on potential money.
I'm actually with you. That was number 3 on my list. Yeah, I'm with it. It's one of my 5 Bucks on the money line. I like it.
Fucking love that one.
So tomorrow, I mentioned that I think Spain is nowhere near as good as they're supposed to be. So I've got Italy is still positive on the money line. So jump on that. Italy plus 140.
I'm 100% on you with that one. I am also going Italy because I went from one, Belgium food, amazing, love it. Just rolling with my food gut. Italy is going to win this one. And you know what? I'm going to go double soccer. I'm going to double dip on the 7th. Give me Denmark on the money line.
Okay.
I like the story. It's not coming home yet.
Dead father and almost dead friend does a lot for your favorite team. I know that's insensitive, but it's the fucking truth.
It's true.
All right. Here we go. Put your tinfoil hat on for this one. Alya Tomljanovic. She's playing at Wimbledon. She had her 2 matches ago, the person she was playing at Wimbledon had to call a ridiculous injury timeout sort of thing, and it got super catty afterwards. Today, she was playing someone, and then they couldn't even finish. They didn't even barely got into the second set because they had some sort of illness and had to retire. So either A, she's very well rested because she hasn't really had to assert herself for her next one, and she's plus 350 on the money line. Or B, I think she's from Australia, but her name is Alya Tomljanovic, and I think she might have access to the KGB's poison closet, and she's making her way to the quarterfinals that way. So Alya Tomljanovic at Wimbledon plus 350.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. Let's see. When is the Scottish Open? Is that this weekend?
The British Open?
No, the Scottish Open. Yeah,
Ooh,
July 8th to the 11th. So, yeah.
Okay.
Give me the Scottish Open.
This pick may alter the course of your life. Think real hard.
It very much might. Give me Scotty Scheffler to win outright.
Scotty? Okay.
Scheffler. Scottish Open. Scotty.
So, Jim, what do I call the Canadians?
What did we call them? The Fighting Carey Prices.
Yeah. So this is the power of positive thought and what we think positive thought and Carey Price can do for us. In Game 5 of the Stanley Cup, not Game 4 that's happening now, because the Canadiens are going to win Game 4, and we're gonna bet Montreal on the money line in Game 5. That's going to definitely happen at plus 160.
I do like that one. Let's see what my other pick will be. You know what? I'll take Argentina on the money line in the Copa Americana.
There you go.
I
like it.
I think that's 5. That should do her.
Yeah.
That'll do it for our picks. I have there's a little bit going on in the garage I'm going to break down with. So it was a shit show this weekend for me, in case you guys don't know. I feel like I called half of the people on my phone in a blackout stir. The videos of this, the causation to the correlation of me being blackout drunk, those videos are be coming out hopefully this week. That's what I'm hoping for. So hopefully you'll see them soon.
I've gotten a sneak peek, and it's really just like a testament to a man's persistence
When
and
you set
everything.
your
Like,
mind to
because
something, you can do anything.
right.
My other thing is the June workout video. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good one. I did my mental in May. June, I just went back to the gym. I just fucking hit it up. So we're feeling really, really good. And then if those who follow, they know I had it last year. I'll have a mid-year update coming soon with some special announcements coming hopefully in the next couple weeks. That'll be awesome. It'll be a good time. That'll do it for the Jimnasium. Where can people find you, my man?
You can find me on Twitter, where I dick around most of my days, at of Oaklawn. You can also find me with my horse racing boys on the wrong lead at wrong_lead on Twitter. We have a live stream on Thursday. On Friday, I will be on America's Best Racing. Their show, Always Be Racing, with our boy Blackjack Fletcher and ex-WWE wrestler Summer Rae, aka government name Danielle Monnier. And then I'll be in the Jimnasium again. I got 6 days until Jimnasium. This must be what it feels like to play a Monday night football game.
This is what you get, that short rest, dude. It's gonna be a fucking blast. You guys know where to find me. I'm YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, at XFL Gym, Instagram, TikTok, all over. I am doing the college football tailgate in the garage.
All right.
We're gonna have that episode coming out tomorrow. My boy at Court Vision, the fucking the coastal connoisseur, the man, the myth, the legend. It's been a blast. We're gonna be covering the Sun Belt this week. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Hit us up on Twitter, on Instagram, anywhere. That'll do it for this episode of the Jimnasium. Love you guys, and we out.
And go watch Tampa Bay Montreal. It's 2-2 now.
Go fucking watch.